So people, right, what a video we've got here. Effortless power, more time in your downswing. How to deliver that club head more effectively into the back of the ball. We've got some incredible drills in this video and some amazing information to help you sequence your power, your rhythm, and your all-round ball striking. Guys, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, WorldClassGolf.com, reaching lots of people recently. And if you like the video, give us a thumbs up. Right, guys, let's get started. Can't wait to show you this one. So guys, not a bad strike there, right? One of the secrets, definitely one of the secrets to creating great sequence, space, room, time, and a combination of different things in your swing, helping you to tilt effectively, is what your right hip does, what your right leg does in the backswing. And we've seen it with just about all the great, really the great ball strikers, haven't we? When they've been coming down, they have that look from the top that this is staying back a little bit. We've seen it with Hogan. We've seen it with, you know, Fred Couples. We've seen it, it's just every Tiger Woods. We've seen that move coming down. Now, what we're gonna do at the start is just turn the right hip back and up behind you, all right? So you're gonna get this hip up and back behind you, all right? Now this hip will be around, look, if you wanna get technical, it's around 10 to 12 degrees. They're compliments of Dr. Robert Neal, the biomechanics specialist on WorldClassGolf.com. We're looking at all the different tilts and the turns. He's analyzed 550 tour players, PGA Tour players. Now, what we look at here is when we get the knees to move, right? You've got to get your knees to move. You can't keep your knees still. Your knees have got to be moving in the swing, and they'll be symmetrical. The amount the right goes back, the left goes forwards. And when this draws back, when we draw this right hip back and up, we've got some time to move forwards. Right. So guys, later on in the video, we've got the best drill ever to help start your downswing effectively. But first off, let's have a look at this move, this secret move really that's really overlooked. The right hip moving up and back. The right hip moving up and back. Now have a look at Hogan's head as it moves slightly down here. Okay, now moving your right hip up and back not only helps you turn, but it gets you to tilt more effectively. It keeps your lead shoulder, your left shoulder down, but it supplies you with more power. Now for people that early extend, this is an incredible move. It gives you a head start. It keeps your shoulders down, drawing this right hip up and back. Now one of the thoughts, one of the feels you can use is imagine you've got some string in around your right pocket here and someone's lifting it up and back behind you. And when we see the great swings with pure rhythm, they're always getting this right hip to move up and back, which supplies them with depth, big turn, lots of power, and really moving through the ball. It just makes that so much easier. This right leg drawing back and up. And for senior players, and we see Jimenez, this is just such a great move. It increases the length of your swing, the depth in your turns and your tilts, and it helps so many people hit the ball better. I love this video. Have a look at Hogan. Can you just watch this ball take off here? All right, before we move on to some other drills, watch this thing take off. Have a look at that. You see that ball? That's just unbelievable. Sam Snead, one of my favourite swings of all time, drawing the hip up and back. I just love this picture. Have a look at the tilt on this thing as he plows through the golf ball. Guys, right, let's get stuck in some incredible drills here that are really going to teach us some feel. Keep it basic, keep it simple, how we can all deliver the ball, deliver that club head much more effectively into the back of the ball. So guys, right, what an amazing exercise this. I've been using this recently with my clients, some of the older players. It's absolutely unbelievable. I've been using it with tour professionals, 60-year-old, 70-year-old people, seeing them hit the ball 20 meters, 25 meters further after swinging the rope about 10 times. I'm not kidding you. Now, what it does is it teaches us to swing the end of the golf club. So we're almost working from the inside out rather than the club head sort of swinging us and being very stiff and awkward. But for tour professionals, great golfers, it's great for your sequence. Now it does a few things for your swing plane, right? So what you're trying to do, you're trying to land it in the right part of your back or your shoulders. The rope actually wraps around this part here, swings back through and wraps around this part here. Now if you're too flat, right, it's going to hit you around here. If you're too steep, it's going to hit you in the head and you're going to learn through pain, right, pretty quickly. What it does is it applies, as it gets to the top and falls on your back, it gives you time, right? You got to wait for it to fall and then swing the end of the rope. Now this is just unbelievable for tour pros, right? You saw Dr. Jung Hoo Kwon using it with guys from the Corn Ferry Tour. I've been testing it with advanced players. It's really stopped some of the people from twisting their torso and their ribs, getting stuck. And when you film it, right, when you look at people's swing, it just looks so much better in slow motion. It's like they learn how to swing the end of the... The most extraordinary thing about this exercise is when the rope lands on your back, it gives you time. It's like a slight pause. It's like everything collects at the top. The next remarkable thing is the hand movement and how it helps us hit positions like unbelievable golfers and helps us create lag and helps us create a free-flowing swing as we see like insane angles coming down like couples. It really just closing your eyes, swinging up and feeling that rhythm and that beat to the swing and how it frees up everything. Such an amazing exercise for advanced golfers. Now, not only is this exercise fantastic for advanced players, right, creating great sequence and time in your swing, but also for the normal club player that tends to sort of start with the right shoulder and gets a little bit stiff through the golf ball. What the rope does is it really helps them learn to swing at the end of the golf club, and they sort of run into much better positions so they can close your eyes and sort of feel really what your unconscious mind wants to rather than the grip pointing down. We start to get the grip pointing up, and the body will often follow what the hands are doing. So when we're a bit stiff, the body just won't move into the positions they're after. What a magnificent drill. What a magnificent exercise to really create feel. So hi everyone, this is such a good drill. Don't underestimate this. Let's get stuck into this. Now, I'm going to show you how to create some really good sensations and feels to get this most important part of your downswing. This is the moment of truth, the transition from the top. Creating separation. It's going to help your sequence, your power, your rhythm. It's going to bring your arms down and your body into a great place. It's a really important drill also for advanced players here. Now we're going to stand about 20 centimeters away. Now I'm going to place my palms here. I've got a mirror, but on the wall. And we're just going to get a feeling here. We're just going to move the hands slightly down the wall. And we're just going to get a bit of a stretch here with that lead hip moving forwards. Now you can push down just slightly into that lead foot, that left foot. There, just getting a little bit of pressure into the ball of the foot. Now, if my hands were to leave the wall, I'd get the right hip up high, don't have much lateral shift. The left leg starts to straighten, and I'm in a place for a lot of us, even the advanced players can get a little bit like this where we can block it and pull it, but the club golfer is really just coming down in an awkward place, and then we have to stand up in it. So what we're going to do, you can get up, you don't have to be on the wall, but you can get this feeling of the hands just moving slightly down. Pick up your golf club, get to the top, and just apply that little bit of pressure. Don't forget, once that left leg, once we recenter, we've got lots of power, great sequence, and then we can move, straighten, extend. Creating separation in your swing. Have a look at this drill. I'm helping one of the people I'm teaching here. I've got the rubber band around the waist, holding the head back and getting the hips to move forwards. PGA average there is around 4 to 6 inches of lateral shift without the head moving forwards, and this is a difficult area for amateur players. We've been helping people online, especially as so many senior players, specialising with senior players, helping so many people create certain moves in the swing that are helping so many people. Now, the separation series on World Class Golf, I think you'll love that. We've got a whole series dedicated to separation that's helping so many people. Guys, right, have a look at WorldClassGolf.com, helping heaps of people. Let's get further on into the video as we explore how to create time, a better sequence, and a better downswing. But it's just great to sort of get the whole thing and you can hit the ground where you want, and you can work on your speed, right? So you can hit it as hard as you want, and you've got time at the top of your swing. This is without a doubt one of the best training aids for, what's the best training aid for rhythm and sequence that I've ever come across. I'll literally say it's helped my swing personally just so much, guys. What an amazing piece of, well, equipment, if you can call it that, but just great for your golf swing. World Class Golf instructions improving golfers between 4 and 11 shots. Your swing analyst video is the same as this YouTube format, except with your swing on the screen. It goes between 15 to 30 minutes with tailored drills and exercises, a higher level of instruction at a cheaper price. 1,300 videos, 75 separate series. Reach out to us in the chat room and get on the path to playing your best golf. Getting your hands and wrists to move effectively, picking up your speed and having time, not rushing your downswing, and getting your swing to move like a top player, transferring the speed of the club to the speed of the body. Unfortunately, what we're seeing is a lot of people swinging like they're fly fishing here, right? They sort of, and we get the sound of the training aid in the wrong position, right? We got to almost see it all the time when I'm watching people hit, is they've got the release, they're releasing the club here where we need the sound out in front, right? Now, Justin Rose said it, 30 centimeters in front of the golf ball. We've heard couples talk about it, releasing it past the ball. It's what he likes to call it, releasing it past the ball and not hanging on to angles, practicing like this, with the left arm leaving the chest. This is not how we create effortless power. So by moving and getting the sound in the right position, here, because it's moving so fast, we like to think about something quite basic, relaxing your arms and your hands, getting to the top and getting this sound out in front and holding your finished position. People, I can't stress this enough, just sometimes relaxing your hands and getting that club head, letting it swing naturally and getting the timing of the release. The golf swing has timing. That's why it's so difficult for so many people. When we have certain days we're a bit stiff and awkward, even pros, you know, they fight on certain days as well. It's not always perfect golf. There is no body release. We need to have timing and flow and speed. Great way to think about it is getting that club head to swoosh in the correct position. So guys, looking at counting, looking at using certain words to help your rhythm, really, really interesting area. We get to the top of the swing, litra, vino, right? We go litra, vino. Now you can speed it up and you get that movement, litra, vino, in your head. This is a great way. You can use numbers. There was one from Dr. Jung Hoo Kwon, the biomechanics instructor there in YouTube. He was using VJ Sing, which is a great way, but he was using the J, like he was going VJ Sing, VJ Sing, and at the top, the J, you sort of are stretching it out. There's all different ones you can do. You can push, turn, push, turn. I mean, the old one, Coca-Cola, I find it a little bit almost empty, and you can get in there and find the word that works for you. When I'm warming up, I like to use litra vino. Helps for a slight pause, and believe me, you can hit it so hard from the top as well. That's what Fred Couple says. It doesn't look like he's hitting it hard, but he's hitting it pretty much as hard as he can. That's what he said in a video last year. He works on a big shoulder turn and smooth at the top, but then he really lets it go. It looks very elegant and slow, but don't forget his nickname was Boom Boom. So it's also a very powerful way to hit the ball when you get the swing to collect more effectively at the top.